everyone, I'm Claire, a space engineer from Taiwan. Among the 17 Sustainable Development Goals set by the United Nations, Goal 4 emphasizes inclusive, equitable, and high-quality education that promotes lifelong learning opportunities for all. It is way more than just teaching knowledge. It's also including human rights, gender equalities, global citizenship, etc. But in many parts of Asia, including Taiwan, we're still mainly focused on academic performance. I was born and raised in Taiwan. I am, by all definition, a successful story of our education system. I studied hard, get good grades, get into the top university in Taiwan. I even got a full scholarship for exchanging abroad. Before I come back to my story, let me tell you something interesting. Have you ever seen the meme talking about the education journey? In Western education, the journey is layered. Preschool for life skills, elementary school for dream seeking, high school for career planning, and university for practical skills building. But how about Asia? In Asia, from preschool to high school, only just studying, and suddenly in college, boom. You're expected to have dreams, manage your lives, plan your career, have all the skills all at once. That's ridiculous, isn't it? What's even worse is that our education systems ignored the social and emotional growth. For example, I'm a mechanical engineering student from Taiwan. Once I was talking to my male classmates like, "Hey, how's your day?" Just a single touch, they got blushed immediately. Many of them actually come from single-gender high school, which means they have never, ever meaningfully interacted with female peers since they're 14. How can we expect them to thrive in diversity later in lives? Wow, that's so serious. Let's just come back to my story. When I was choosing my exchange destination, I was like super excited. And everyone was expecting me to choose the US or Japan, which is basically the most popular places for Taiwanese students. But my professor said something different. The university is funding you to see the world. Why not choose a place you know little about? So, I choose the Nordic, a region that is praised for its education. To me, the professor is not just a teacher for academic, but a mentor for my life. In Sweden, I took so many courses. One of the courses called product development. In that course, that is like a super special course. We only have 1 hour lecture per week, but we spend much more time weekly coaching with our professors, talking about our ideas and progress. And in the end, it turns out a total solution report. Through that course, I figured out that schools can and should be about thinking, not just memorized answer. Because it's so different from Taiwan. The course is not just memorizing formulas or solving equations. Instead, we were asked to identify real-world problems and try to solve them. Happily through that course, I made some local friends. Once we're like drinking and like chatting about the difference between the countries, when we're talking about the educations, they're so shocked because when they heard that in Taiwan, students spend over 10 hours a day just at school. I mean, like sitting in school for 10 hours. It's so impossible for them because school in Sweden ends at 3. And students have time to explore hobbies, volunteers, or just enjoy life. And guess what? They still get great jobs, have fantastic lives. Because the education systems in Sweden is designed for the whole person, it's designed for growth. This is the reason why I think the role of educators is important, that not just focusing on teaching knowledge. We should support the growth of the whole person. As mentor, we should guide students to discover themselves, interact with others, and find meanings in what they're doing. JCI's mission is to empower young people to create positive change. But empowerment doesn't come from lectures. It happens through inspirations, guidance, and trust. When students are given room to explore, to fail, to reflect, to grow, they don't just become good students, they become great people. As a member of JCI, I think we're the leader of the community, and we should become the educators and mentors for the future generation. To put our mission into practice, we can follow 3 important points. First, inspire. Inviting young people to ask questions and make time to answer their concerns. Second, guide. Offer real-life experience through our own experience. And no matter if it's success, failures, or even just something interesting. Third, trust. Offer opportunities for mentees through tasks, projects, or all the stuff like that. In that case, we can create a supportive environment where young people feel empowered. So, let's start preparing them for exams, but start preparing them for life. Because the best way to shape the future generation is walking beside them, inspiring, guiding, and trusting them all along the way. I'm Claire, a space engineer from Taiwan. Thank you.